Hello, so today I'm going to talk about the structural method. So the structural method is a method focused on the structure of a sentence, and it is based on learning English with sentence pattern through a repetition and drills. So it came from United States, especially during the World War II, when soldiers want to learn how to speak English. So this method is focused on the structure, and it is like a repetition of sentence patterns. It is really easy for beginner, and it is focused on how to speak rather than how to write or the meaning. So the teacher can choose can choose many ways to teach a language, especially English, through the structural method. For example, the repetition of drills with when the student just have to repeat the same sentence after the teacher. There is also the transformation drills. For example, the teacher give an affirmative sentence and the student just have to turn it to a negative or turn a question. And we have the substitution drills where the teacher said a sentence and the student just have to change the noun. For example, the target sentence here is this is, and the students have to change the noun. So we have two theories for this method. We have firstly the behaviorism by Skinner, where these theories deal with the fact that repetition of correct responses. So the main idea of these theories is that repetition is a way of learning. And the second theory is structuralism by the Saucer. And the main idea of this theory is that language is a system of patterns, so we have to pay attention with structure. So the advantages of this method is firstly clear structure, clear rules and clear structure. So it is very easy for beginner. You just have to repeat a simple sentence. It is really easy. Help to memorize the grammar or the pronunciation, and there are clear objective. For example, the teacher just have to choose to teach one structure at time, so it is really easy for beginner. Weaknesses and disadvantages. For example, firstly, we have lack of communication because you don't know how to construct your own sentence, so you're not really fluent, really natural when you speak in real life situation. The comprehension, because when you repeat something you don't necessarily understand what you said. There is a limit about creativity because students don't create their own sentences, they just repeat after the teacher. And the importance of making mistakes, because making mistakes is part of learning progress, and when you just repeat correct sentences, you don't really know, you don't really understand how this sentence is constructed and what are the mistakes. So this method is relates to two other methods. Firstly, the audiolingual and the communicative language, because they both use structural drills and repetition, but they are not really the same that a structural method, because for example for communicative language it is mostly focused on the meaning and how to be fluent. To conclude, structural methods is focused on the structure and is helps to understand the grammar and the sentence patterns. To learn through a structural method, you can use repetitions and drills. The role of a student is to repeat, to practice sentence patterns, to learn how a sentence is structured. It is really good for beginners and for grammar focused learners, but is also bad for real conversation, creativity, and meanings. So, thank you for listening.